Hey, how are we all? I hope we're good, Right then, guys, so we have got... Oh, close the... didn't mean to do that. So, guys, we have got another... Excuse me. I think the coffee went down the wrong way there. So, guys, we have got another stream. Excuse me. And once again, I will just say straight away, we are going back to America. Going back to the USA on this stream. Because I've got some exciting things to show you. I just wanted to start with the SCS blog again as well. Honestly, these guys are absolutely killing it, and there's so much content to show regarding new DLCs. I think for most of these ones are for Missouri and Iowa. Yeah, Iowa, that one. And then they've also got something. I love these. Community stories that they do as well, which are really cool. So check out the SCS blog, guys. They're honestly, they're one of my favourite developers, and not just because I'm playing their games. I wouldn't be playing their games if they weren't one of my favourite developers. So some really cool stuff going on there. But let's pop to Steam now. You may see on my Steam page it says new DLC for American Truck Simulator has been added. So, what have we got going on? So, let's show you. So, let's get this show on the road then, guys. Let's boot up ATS and let's see what we got going on. Where to boot? But I hope everyone's well. It's really sunny here today in the UK. Well, at least where I am. In Staffordshire, nice and sunny. Not warm though. It's definitely cold, but it's nice. We've got some nice weather going on, so I cannot complain too much. Right then. So, should we see what we got going on then, guys? So let's continue our career. Now, as you can see, these are all the DLCs that have been on. For whatever reason, it doesn't, like, so I can use all of the DLC, otherwise it wouldn't be on there. However, for some reason, I've never been able to get it to connect. So let's have a look. Let's see if it does it. I've got a feeling it's not going to. But let's just see if it actually connects this time. ETS has the same problem as well. ETS2 has the same issue. Yeah. Some DLC fails to connect, and then you hover over, it tells you why, but I've tried doing that and it doesn't work. So I need to maybe file something over to SCS to figure out what's going on there. It happens every time, and it's obviously it's not an ATS problem. It's I think it's a World of Trucks issue. So we'll find out. Right then, guys. So we'll go back to Santa Cruz. But guys. So some exciting things. So firstly, if we go jobs, freight market, I filter this to heavy. There we go. So now we have some heavier loads, and that's because we have the heavy load installed on this now. In fact, I'll tell you exactly what I've got, because I can't remember exactly. Like I said, we can go to Steam and have a look. And I've been able to do this because of the Steam sale. So the Steam sale makes this incredibly cheap in comparison to what it normally would be. So this pack has got Forest Machinery. So I've got Forest Machinery. Is the, if you will, like the extra heavy pack that's been added. So to a grinder, no idea what that is. But yeah, there's definitely some cool stuff been added. So when it comes to sort of heavier loads and whatnot. So log sack, for example, which is really cool. So we've got some cool new cargoes. What we've also got as well, guys, is if now this one I'll show you. This one will be easy to show you actually in the game. Oh. Yes, I am still here. That's good. That's good. So truck config. We now have the wheels pack on the custom wheels pack on the game. So this means basically we can have painted wheels, chromed wheels, whatever we want. So that's really cool as well. So I can make the trucks a bit more custom. I'm not going to do that right now, and obviously you can see there's obviously more of that to unlock, but it does at least mean that we can actually have chrome wheels, we can have painted wheels, so whatever I think is going to suit each truck a bit better. So that's that. Oh, and there's also, there is a different paint pack, the Retro Waves paint pack, which I'm not going to take advantage of just yet, but I certainly like the look of a couple of them. That looks really cool actually. That really suits the. So I might take advantage of some of these, but not yet because as you can see they're still expensive. Just because I've got them doesn't mean they're free. But some of these really suit the trucks actually. So yeah. So we will have a play around with that at a later date, but just not just yet. Yes, I do. And then finally, probably for me at least, the most exciting thing, we got a navigation, guys. I'll quick try because I always find this easy to quickly show. So we now have Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming. So I know originally I said I was going to go with thingy, but I've decided that because I'm going to be spending a lot more time up this part of America, I thought it made sense to get Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming rather than getting because originally I was thinking Idaho and Utah, but it meant. But I just thought there was a bit more value in doing this as well. It worked at an extra couple of pounds to get those. Versus not so. Yeah, so we've got a nice chunk of America now. And as I say, I do feel like I need to get Utah because it almost looks a little bit strange. But I'm going north. I'm going to have my base in Washington, Oregon, and I'm going to be spending a lot more time up this side of America. So I thought it made sense to get that. So here we go, guys. So yeah, so some cool stuff that we've now got, guys. And obviously we won't be exploring these just yet because we need to get up north, and I want to try and explore them in some capacity in real time. But we've got some nice places to explore. There's definitely some cool places that I want to try. I know Wyoming, for example, you've got Devil's Tower, which is, in fact, why don't I just have a quick look? Which is the big monument in. Rock monument in I can't even remember the name. It's gone from my head now. The name of the film. Close Encounters. Close Encounters is the third kind. I had to think about that then. So yeah, guys. So we've got some cool stuff. We've got some cool places to explore as well. So that's good. But let's get to it where we were. So as I say, we're not going to be exploring those today for obvious reasons, but we can at least let's call some cool stuff to look forward to. So anyway, let's carry on where we were, heading up to Oregon and Washington. So let's have a look for some jobs. So we're in Santa Cruz. So we want to go. I think that might have changed now, but I'm sure I did select a job which I thought would be a nice job to do. And I do want to go up the west coast, maybe try and explore some of these. Like, let's go to Eureka. Let's have a quick look. I can't click on there, so I can't check. But let's see if there's any jobs to Eureka. That'd be a nice place to stop at this point. it's the right way, but it's not. As I say, I want to. I think I remember. I think there was one in San Jose. I'm sure there was that I was gonna, if I remember rightly, that I was gonna check out. Let's just find it, guys. You'll have to forgive me with my geography when it comes to different places in California, and you know, I know obviously where Arizona is in relation to, but where obviously we've come from. No, maybe that job's gone now then, unfortunately. Yeah, I think that job has gone now, so see if there's any other jobs where I can go to. UK. You want to go to UK, Ukiah, Eureka. There's nothing really, actually. I'm really surprised. Let's just see if there's anything in San Fran to any of these cool places. Doesn't seem to be anything, does there, to be fair, guys? Reading's the right way, but I want to be more on the coast. I guess I could take that, but there really isn't anything really, guys. That's crazy, really. I thought there would be. There's nothing. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Let's have a look at what we can. Oh, that would be perfect. That would be perfect. You know what, guys? We've got time to do that, so I think that is what we're gonna do. Yeah, gonna be a long drive. I'm gonna have to thingy, but yeah, we can do this. Oh, but I did say I wanted to change trucks. So now we are going to use, we've used our Western Star. Oh, I've just thought, guys. I'm thinking, guys, I'm thinking. I know you don't want to see me choosing jobs and me picking other jobs, but I just want to. I'm being picky now. It's because I just. You know what? I'm gonna do the Reading job. I'm gonna do the Reading job, but we'll go up the coast. So it's gonna take a bit longer. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll do that job. I don't want to go into Oregon yet, if I'm honest. So we're gonna use the map, I think. Oh no, actually, no. We'll use the Volvo. We'll go Volvo. There's Starsquatch advertising the awesome. Guys, I've just thought that job's not going to be there now. Oh, because of the time. Ah well. Okay, we're gonna have to find another job. So I do apologise, guys. This means actually let's get the trailer first. This does mean that I'm gonna have to choose a different job, which is slightly annoying, but it's fine. There'll be another one for me. We'll find one now. But I did want to drive a different truck for each job, ideally. So we'll use the trailer. Hey, I can't complain too much because even though that means that thingy, it does at least mean that I've got a chunk more money for basically doing nothing. So then we want to quick travel to Santa Cruz because that's where we were. So that's where we've got as a company. Because the guys are following me up. Okay, now we need to choose a job. Who knows? Maybe there will be one for Eureka now. But I promise I won't be as indecisive about this one. I do need it to go the right way though. Ah! Perfect, guys. Although that one will be perfect. I will take that job if there's nothing. I'm just going to quickly check. San Jose, I'm just going to see if there's anything going to Eureka. Because there is one now going to Ukiah. So let's just see. Yeah, there we go, guys. There is one going to Eureka. It's perfect. There we go. So it's actually worked out to be done. So I know I could take it, probably potentially take it up, but I'm just going to set that for the GPS, and we're going to go with that. So that's worked out. So let's take the baby. So I love my Volvo. This is probably my favourite truck that I own. Even if I know there's probably some people in North America like, oh, why do you love Volvo? Well, obviously some of that does come with the fact that I'm European. I love Volvo. Volvo is probably, I would say it's probably my favourite, along with Scania, is probably my favourite overall truck brand, like regardless of European or American trucks. So the fact that you can get a Volvo, you can have a Volvo in the USA as well is really, really cool. So I'm just going to go this way because I want to just see what I can get. Because there is a picture opportunity here, which doesn't tell me what it is. Let's just see if I can get it from. Or do I have to? I might have to. Let's just have a look. Let's just quickly get the camera up. Photo mode. No, I think I'm going to have to get that. Go down this road. So let's do that. Yeah, because it's there, look. That's where it's going to be. That's a new viewpoint. Guys, so we're exploring, guys. We're finding new stuff. So it's a hidden road. Oh, I love finding stuff like this. It's so cool. Again, this is something that does seem to be a bit more of in ATS as well. I do seem to find more of these sort of hidden points and viewpoints compared to see, you can't really see anything. Santa Cruz Lighthouse. because of how dark it is. But I'll get a picture, and I'll when you go photo mode, you can brighten it up a bit, so at least we can have a look. It still looks cool though at night. Actually, I will say, like, you've got the lights and that, but it would have been cooler, I think, to have seen this in the day, if that makes sense. So yeah, so that's cool though. That's cool. Right, we'll get a. Let's just move the truck forward. Just move it forward. That should do it. And then let's go photo mode. And photo settings. And then what I can do, guys, I can then change the time of day. And I think we're going to go with. Yeah, let's go with 7 in the morning. That's a nice. Although I might, because there's a bit of shadow on the lighthouse. I'm going to have to see if I can go up there a little bit. But this is really cool. This is super cool. So I have it up a little bit, just so I can get the sea in as well. And then I am gonna change the time of day. I'm gonna change it. Let's change it to dusk. Just I don't like the. I want the shadow to not really be on the lighthouse. There we go. That's nice. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. There we go, guys. So we found something new. That's cool. That's cool. That's what I like about these games. You can explore as well. I don't know if I can. I am going to try and. Oh no! Apparently I can. So I can drive up the coastline, which is cool. I'm assuming it's going to lead. I don't know where it's going to lead. I might get another picture actually, guys. It might be quite cool to get the lighthouse with more of the sea from the distance. But let's have a look from here. So we'll go the same time, roughly the same time of day, so sort of dusk. Yeah, that's cool. Although I don't like the fact that power lines are in it. I might just drive a bit further up. I don't like the fact that power lines will be in that shot, so. Try it from here. It might be too far away now to get a nice picture of it, but let's just have a quick look. And there might be trees. Ah, yeah. Look, you can't really see now. And there's still power lines there as well, guys. But it's gorgeous, isn't it? This coastline. It's absolutely stunning. So, yeah, I'm glad I went. I'm glad I went to go and just see what that was. That's cool. That's cool, those guys. And then yeah, just drive around back to where we started. So that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad I went that way. In fact, I didn't even realise I could have just gone right instead of straight on, and I would have found the secret road. But that's cool. There we go. That's cool. That's cool. See, that's one cool thing about these games in general is like you can find little hidden treats like that, which I love. Right. Anyway, let's go and get this cargo and get to Eureka. Take it now. Let's have that. That screen on. Don't damage the Ovlov. Just want to see, so this does show you, if you can see here, it does show you distance length, and the Volvo does. So we've currently got basically full tank. We've got the trailer on, so I guess if the tractor was empty, we'd get a little bit more. With the trailer on, obviously, it takes a bit of weight. So I'm going to just change my camera just a little bit. My seat's as far back as it'll go. I just want to be able to see the camera just a little, mirror just a little bit more. Yeah, I'll just move my steering wheel down. steering wheel's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, so like I say, guys, you know, I get why people would be confused as to why this is probably my favourite truck, but it is because it's, you know, I love Volvo, just, you know, and I love it because I mean, again, I'm sure if any of you are into trucking like me, and you've watched some of the YouTubers, like the American YouTubers, and you've got Bruce Wilson, for example, who is hopefully, it'd be really cool to get Scania back in North America, because Scania did back in the day used to have a presence in the USA and Canada in the 80s, I think, and early 90s, with the Free Series, the Series 3. Series cab, and they're very popular to import. Like, obviously the V8 is very, you know, I can understand why Americans want a V8 truck. It's really cool. So it totally makes sense. But with Volvo having a presence in North America already, it would be cool that if because the thing is, guys, while the VNL is a huge truck, and it's a great looking truck as well, I will say, I actually think personally I think it looks fantastic as well. It doesn't look the thing is, it doesn't look European, it does look American. But I guess because it's a European company, there is sort of like, for want of a better word, a European sensibility to it, which I like personally. But, and I think the most, I can't think off the top of my head what the most powerful version of the VNL is. I think it's, I want to say, at least in this, and obviously there is, I will go for it, I think 550, I think the Cummins. I think there's the 550 Cummins. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Which I will have a look at in a bit, obviously not this. Actually, no, we will. Let's get loaded up and have a look. I've just thought there was a way I could check actually. But in Europe, we have, I guess because this is obviously not the current F8 VNL, which, like I did last time, I will show the current one very quickly when we finish the mainstream. But there is now a new VNL, which I think gets a bit more power, but it still pales in comparison to what we get over in Europe. We get here in Europe. We can get the sort of equivalent to this the equivalent FH to this, which would have been the FH4 and 3. You could get a 750 HP. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the 12 as well. And now you can get the 780, which is the most powerful production truck in the world. There's no truck at the moment that currently gets more. The only closest one is the 770 Scania, which is obviously 10 HP less. So this, like I say, this does pale in comparison to what we get over in Europe apparently. So if you guys could get the FH over in America, which I would think would make sense. I mean, the thing is, Australia is a perfect example of a country which is as big as the US and Canada, which absolutely loves their cabos as much as we do, but also do have bonneted trucks. Like they have Australian and New Zealand actually specific Kenworths. Don't think they get Peterbilt built in Australia, but they do get Mack, they do get Western Star. Don't think they get. No, they do get Freightliner, I think. I'm just trying to think. Do they get international? Don't think they get international. Just try on Scania. But Volvo is the biggest selling heavy-duty truck brand in Australia. I mean, they build them there as well, along with Max as well. Obviously, it's a full-scale company. So it's, it'd be interesting. I think they do really well in America. I understand that obviously people in America are very proud of the trucking industry and they're proud of the trucking history. So it's, I suppose for want of a better word, objection to change, and I am going totally the wrong way to what I wanted to go. I want to go through San Francisco and that. Even though I've done that, but I would like to go over the Golden Gate Bridge in the Volvo, so we're going to change. I just literally just thought as I was driving, I'm going to be going the wrong way, aren't I? So can I turn around there? If that takes me now, there's no point turning around and doing that. Clip in, but I am going to ask him to take me through San Francisco. So do you want to go over the Golden Gate Bridge? Which doesn't really add me, to be fair, that's not really adding much time over any to the journey, so it's fine. It's still about 8 hours, still about 360 minutes, so that's fine. So yeah, so I think cab overs 100% could work in the USA. You know, I think the only brands that would work, well, there's 4 brands I think, actually I'm saying that now, I'm thinking 5 that could potentially work in the US. Scania is the obvious one, as is Volvo. Pardon me, Scania because they have done it before, plus there are Americans and Canadians who are excited about Scanias who might import Scanias over. So I think Scania are probably the most logical one. Volvo, because they already have a presence in America, also I think would be an obvious one, because it would just be a new truck rather than having, like with Scania, they're having to sort of introduce the brand as well. Volvo, they could just sort of say, oh look, we put over a cab over in the form of the FH16. You know, it's the most powerful truck that you can buy like that. Why wouldn't that sell? You know, so those 2 brands, those would be like the first 2 I think that would do it and do well. As far as others, I think just purely because they're owned by the same company as Scania, I think MAN could do okay. I don't think they would though. There would be no point in having Scania and MAN, I don't think, in North America, especially when MAN used to do a V8 actually, but they don't, which was a separate V8 to Scania, but they don't anymore. So I think they could, but I don't think they would. Mercedes, I could see potentially having some traction in America because again, it's a known brand, and Mercedes do sell vans in America, so I could see it working. But I think just because Freightliner and Western Star are so established, and also, you know, there wouldn't really be a benefit to having Mercedes. Possibly the new Actros, just purely on the basis that I think the electric version could be a nice alternative. I can't see Mercedes doing it, but I think they could if they wanted to, because it's a known brand at least. And then the only other one I could see, although I don't think the brand would come, I think I could potentially see the trucks come in. Any one I mentioned last time, in a sense they have, is I think DAF could bring, well, PACCAR could bring the XF and XG to North America, like they have done with the XB/LF. Smaller cab over, they have brought over as a cab over. I think they could do that to the XF and the XG, and just brand them as Kenworths or Peterbilts. You know, build them in America, and you know, they could do that. So I could potentially see that happening. But I would only see them do that if Scania and Volvo took off with cab overs in North America. But you know, that could happen. But I wouldn't see DAF coming over, but I could certainly see PACCAR rebranding the XF and the XG as Kenworths and Freightliners if they wanted to. But I think Scania and Volvo are the only 2 that I can see actually doing it, just because, as I say, Scania I think are genuinely actively looking to do that. It would be unique for America. There'd be a V8. They're nice. They're probably arguably, like, I mean, Volvo and Scania are definitely, without question, I think in my eyes at least, they make the best trucks, you know, without a question of a doubt. So I think that, yeah, those 2 brands could do it. Interested in, like, you know, a big effort, you know, an FH16 with the XXL cab. I think they do really well. So yeah, it'd be cool to see. But I mean, on the flip side, I'd love to see the VNL in Europe. It'll never happen. Never happen. And people have embodied them, of course, but it will never actually happen because they don't make sense. And like, why would they import a less powerful truck, bigger, less practical than what we get in Europe for what we need? looks fantastic. I mean, I think that this for want of a better, previous generation V&L looks fantastic, but I think the new one looks really, really good. And Volvo have just released the new VNR, which is effectively, so we have FH in Europe, and then FM, which is sort of like almost like the vocational truck, like the slightly smaller version of the FH. Well, that's what the VNR is. They've just announced that, and SCS did comment on that, saying how good it looks. So I think that's like a hint that it might come to the game. And plus, it sort of further fuels the fire that the new VNL is on the way, because they're not going to release the new VNR without releasing the new VNL. So I'm looking forward to that. That will definitely be. I will definitely be buying one of those straight away. In game. It looks fantastic, and I can't wait to get hold of it. I mean, the new FH6 and FH Aero in ETS are two of my favourite trucks. I've got more Volvos than anything in ETS. So, I will definitely be getting a new VNL, a new VNR if it does come to ATS as well. And there'll probably be a little bit of a pattern. I'll probably have more Volvos than anything else in game. Although I will say, now that I've played ATS a bit more, I've warmed a lot more to some of the American trucks compared to what I have had, if I'm honest. So I definitely will be getting, like, I 100% want quite a few Macs as well. And I mean, like I say, when we get to our new base, I will be getting some new trucks that we've not got yet, some brands that we don't own yet. We only own two, so three: Mac, Volvo, and Western Star. So that's what we got. Yeah. But I think I've said what I want to get, so I don't think it's going to be really a big surprise. But I still won't spoil the surprise until we're there anyway, guys. So I want to get a picture of the Volvo on the Golden Gate Bridge. I've been wanting to do this for a little while, so firstly let's see where we are in relation to it. Nice, I will get this picture. This will be a nice shot, actually, of us sort of entering the Golden Gate Bridge, if you will. Let's just see where the sun's going to land, though, because it might be nice to have the sun. No, I want... Nah. But let's have it... That's nice. And then I'll get one when we're on the bridge as well. Oh, I do love... Oh, hello there. How you doing? How you doing, buddy? Hope you well. Hope you well. Just doing a bit of trucking, as you can see. Sorry, what I need to do. I need a dual monitor setup so I can have my chat just there. But unfortunately, I haven't. So I haven't. But I do want to get a dual monitor setup. That's some point. Yeah, I do these morning streams as well. Like, obviously, it means that I can get. I imagine there's some people who are on in the morning can also come and see the stream, but also other parts of the world. That's the whole point of me doing like a sort of for want of a better word, a mixed stream where I'm going to do night and day. Isn't so people can get a chance to watch. That's nice. I like that. That's a cool shot. I'm just going to take that nighttime picture again as well, because I've realised that the camera wasn't although I might have it. Yeah, I'm going to have it like that. A little bit of dust. You can see the bridge a little bit better, and I like obviously you've got the sunset, but you've still got the light, so it looks cool. Nice. I like that. say my my Scania is my first Scania, the R-Cab Streamline that I got as my first truck in ETS. Like this will probably be my go-to truck for a short time. Until the new VNL comes out, of course, which I do. But I do love my Mac as well, and my license as well. They drive great. This is I still think this drives better. Oh, guys, that could have ended in tears. And I hope everyone's okay. But yeah, the sooner I can get a dual monitor set up so I can keep an eye on the chat, that'll be a lot better. That does, because I have to keep looking down at my phone, and where I've got it, it's not in my line. I might need to move it at some point, but I've got a bit of low battery at the moment, so I need it charging. So that's partly why I've got it where it is. But yeah, I might need to have it up by my monitor so I can at least keep an eye on the chat a bit better. But I might need to invest. It's not really expensive, but I might need to get a longer cable. To charge it. Right, let's have a look where we are, guys. Because unfortunately, it is a little bit annoying that we're driving down the west coast and we can't see what's going on. But I will, when I get to that photo point, I will get a photo there. And I might stop a little bit further along. In fact, I might put a marker just to tell me to stop. I'm going to stop. I mean, I know it's a similar picture, but I might stop here. Just to, as like a reminder, and then obviously we've got the photo point, and then also just before we get to Eureka as well, it'll be nice. Although because it is nearly 3 AM, I'm hoping actually that we are gonna, and we should see a little bit of the coast because it should start becoming dark soon. It won't be completely pitch black. You can't really see much, so we're gonna stay in cab, guys, because I think at night in cab especially is a bit more interesting because you can at least see inside. But I do like being out of the cab. I'll be honest, I like the outer cab view because you can just see a bit more. You can see the truck, which I think you want to see, and also you can see the scenery. Admittedly, when I like to think at some point I can get a nice setup, a nice trucking setup. In which case I probably would have it more in cab then, just because obviously, you know, it's the whole point. But especially as we are at the moment without a wheel, I definitely like being outside the cab. When we get a wheel, we might have a bit more in cab action than outside cab action. But it's cool because I think you can see some more of the scenery a bit more as well when you can. Which I like seeing. So that's partly why I do that. So I might just have a quick look. That would look potentially like a quite. I know I've got the marker, and I'm not going to keep doing this because it will get a little bit annoying. But I just want to see. I think it's all forest actually, so it might not be that interesting. But we're on a bridge, so let's just have a quick look around us. Yeah, nothing really of interest, not really worth stopping for. But I think bridges can, sometimes you can sort of find some cool stuff when you bridge. So, might have seen something cool, didn't see anything particularly cool. It's nice to here, we're quite high up. And this could be quite interesting. So let's see where we are now. Doesn't mean it's going to make a good picture, but it could definitely be something interesting. So we've got a farm. We've got, what was this side again? Got some reservoirs. Looks like it's a lake. It's nice. It's nice. Not picture worthy. I don't think there's nothing that's spectacular. That's absolutely blowing my mind, but it's nice. I think we are getting close to where I was going to my marker. I think it was just after this. Rest stop. Although actually, if I think about it, I have driven down this. I have driven up here before. Obviously, because the marksman will be here. So I will stop. I guess I won't necessarily see anything that I haven't seen. We'll still stop. Still stop. Still have a look. Still absolutely worth stopping and having a look. I will say as well, like, what would be really cool. So in ETS they have. These rigids. I would love it, love it if along with rigids we got like dump trucks and that. And there was, the thing is, Volvo in the US, obviously there's more of the Streamliner type trucks. And like I've said, I will quickly bring the website up when we finish the stream. They do some cool looking dump trucks, which would be awesome to see in game. Almost like more like, if you want classic American looking trucks, so it would be cool if we could get those in. Carefully, so there's some, yes, there could be some exciting stuff with both games. Well, they're always easy, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I think SCS always do some exciting stuff with both. I'm gonna just quickly look here, and that's just before the marker, guys. Just because we've got cliffs. I just want to see the scenery. Like, that's the thing. Like, if it was properly daytime, I could see and I wouldn't have to do this. But I just feel like if I don't look, you can miss out on stuff. I know it's, you know, you can drive the game, you can drive it again, but obviously you might drive it again at night. So yeah, nothing that we're really missing out on here. But I think we can potentially see something cool here because we're close to the coast on this bend. So we'll have a look. Although actually no, I'm not going to, because there's loads of trees. So I'm not really going to see anything. So there isn't genuinely no point stopping, so I might as well just drive on to the photo point. Because I know there's some cool stuff. There's going to be some cool stuff to see there. So we might as well just carry on with it. Look, we can see that the dawn is coming. Although I may just stop here and just have a look at this, because being so close to the coast, there could be a cool. There could be something cool seen here. Lots and lots of trees. Although no, there's a river. Wasn't expecting to see that. That's cool. That's nice. That's really nice actually. Nice. I like it. We shouldn't have to do too many photo mode stuff now, guys, because we are getting to the dawn, so we can start seeing stuff again. And I'm going to just go out the cab. Just have a look. Not much more of the journey actually either. Got through it quite quick actually. I must admit, I don't know why in my head I was expecting it to take longer, but now we've nearing the end of the drive, guys. So much forest like that. Seems like some forest here, which is really nice. Unexpected, I thought it was just going to be the coastline. I mean, I now we're a little bit in from the coast, but oh, these are the redwood. Are we near the redwood forest? What's this? These are the redwoods. Just sort of pull over here, just have a look. This is not what I was expecting. Like I say, I was expecting more coastline stuff, guys, to be honest. So, unexpected to say the least. But I have no idea what this is. Bigfoot shop in Sequoia National Park. Yeah, definitely not what I expected. But yeah, so we got the Sequoia National Park. So these are meant to be the redwoods, which is cool. Honk at that bus. Wasn't my fault that he was too slow and I cut him off. Don't drive like that in real life, please, guys. As I say, I do drive a little bit recklessly in this. Please don't drive like this in real life. I don't. I must admit, I pride myself in how I drive in real life, so I definitely don't recommend anyone drive like doing this. The sunrise now, guys. So I'm aiming, so it's there for red 7, so I should be down close. Let's get a picture of this bush, guys. The forest. The sunrise of that road. So look, this could be a nice picture, guys, just as it is. With the birds in the background. Yeah, that's quite cool. I like it. One of my many pictures. It's beautiful though. So less than 50 miles to go, guys. Some sort of factory there. As I say, yeah, I was expecting a bit more coastline, but I guess this is where I know that the redwoods, like Sequoia, it is close to San Francisco. I knew that, so I shouldn't be surprised. But yeah, I guess I just didn't think it would be that. Miles to go. Too far, not too far. It's a cool bridge. Nearly there, guys. Yeah, like guys, I've talked about a lot of what my favourite trucks are, so let me know what yours are. So we've discovered Eureka, guys. Eureka! Nice. Taka from Taka Kingdom. I'm gonna go up here. I like this. Ooh. Ooh. That was close. I do like going and just sort of seeing what's in these towns, guys. So let's just. About time, I think. I think they're expecting it for 9 hours, so I'm early. So we've got some nice logging timber places, guys. I've noticed a lot of these sort of like areas as well that over like railways, which I guess makes sense because again, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but the railways in America, it's more for cargo. It seems I always think I see more like rail travel in the UK and Europe is big, but and obviously cargoes as well. But it seems to be something that like you know, there seems I always see more cargo trains. It seems like in America versus passenger trains, if that makes sense. I'm sure that's not the case, but whenever I think of like an American train, I think of it it's hauling like this huge trailer of goods rather than passenger trains. So I'm assuming that they're all like the railroads, the railways are connected to, or mainly connected to sort of like depots and factories and stuff. And again, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but that's how it seems at least anyway. Yeah, nice place, Eureka. If anyone is from there, let me know. It seems very charming. I'm gonna go right. So I'm gonna be out. So even though it's classed as Eureka, we're not in Eureka. We're actually, it seems like we're on the outskirts. Still a bit of a drive. Still about 16 miles to go. So we're not. We've still got a little bit to go, guys. Well, I can see the end. Side. Took that a little bit quick. Right then, so we're nearly here, guys. So what I've actually glass. Oh yeah, so we're going to be careful here. So we're going to do some glass, guys. Hazards and beacons on. We're getting nearer. Does the job fine. I mean, this probably isn't the truck that you'd use for this mega sort of work, I guess, but Volvo does really well. We took the dirt tractor, come in and St Helens absolutely fine, so do go up to this road, to this plastering signs. Of course, we're backing it in. Or in this case, I'll go around. They're building houses. That would explain this. That would explain the need for this. Why can't we just have it over there? They want it specifically there. Mind you, I guess they're leaning the glass of the haze, I guess they're get to it easily. I've had a lot worse. So I can't really complain. Actually, it might have been better if this one. Happy with that, guys? Happy with that? Woo! Right then. Now we need to find somewhere to stop, guys, because if we do decide to drive a different truck, we need to be able to. So we'll drive to this garage here. I'm not intrigued what that is. You know what, guys? We're going to drive to that. I'm really intrigued what that is. this stuff absolutely fine. Let's go up and just kind of look what that is. I'm really intrigued. It's nice data. I've got $600,000 now, guys. Got a nice amount actually. As I said, I might get another small loan just to sort of help me sort of buy some trucks and stuff, but I'm not going to be honest. I might be able to leave. I might be able to do it loan free. We shall see. We shall see. Oh, cows! Coming back here, so we'll put some diesel in. Guys, look at this. This is gorgeous. I must admit, like, I'd love to tour North America. I'd take North America because I love Canada. Absolutely adore Canada. I'd love to visit Canada as well. But obviously all part of the same continent. So I do want to see both. This is the part of America though, like, you know, I guess like Washington, Oregon, and then like Canada, for want of a better word, is the bits of North America I really want to see. Hence why they were the first map expansion. Because that's the bit of America that I would love to really see. Although I do want to see the deserts and like and all of that jazz as well. Jazz too. So it's just cool and exciting. Cool and exciting. To see what the video viewpoint is. Wait to see guys. It's probably, well, I assume it's this, but I don't know what it is. It's obviously this scenery, for its better word. I don't know what this scenery is, if it makes sense. Not specifically what is it. Beautiful, I will say, guys. Like, regardless of me not being a bit naive about exactly what I'm seeing, it's gorgeous. Bernie Vista Point. Not what I expected it to be called, but it is gorgeous. It is beautiful, guys. I'm not gonna lie. That would be me. The lack of hair as well. Well, he's not got glasses, I've got glasses on. But that would definitely be me taking the pictures. Beautiful. Not going to lie, guys, it is absolutely stunning. I think we should get a picture, but just a little bit, maybe here. See if I can get a nice picture. We might get the bin in the way, although if I can get, no. There we go. Nice. Love it. Love it. Right then, let's go back to the truck stop, diesel up, rest stop. And I will be honest, guys, that, as far as like actually driving, that will be the end of the stream. do how my job works is I work earlies, so 6 to 2, and then I do late, which is 2 till 10. So we are only on 2020, obviously. So this is going to be a huge stream, but still, very fun. We've enjoyed ourselves. We've seen some cool bits of America. Oh, that was tight. Let me just quickly see that. That might be a cool pick. Like doing the wrong way. Is it going to be cool? Let's have a look. Yeah, that's quite cool. Yeah, I like that. That's a cool bit. Although, let's just... I'm going to have to delete a couple of these, because there's some pictures that I've got duplicates of because of how I've... No, because you'll see it in the trailer. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm happy with that picture. But yeah, one thing I would love if SCS did as well, guys, is that you could have some of your European trucks in ATS and vice versa. Like, I would love to drive this in Europe, but then on the flip side, I'd love to drive my FH Aero in ATS. And I'm sure there's mods, but I want SCS. I'd love it for SCS themselves. Let's get to this. Let's get to this truck stop. Oof. I'm going to drop the trailer off here. Nice little spot, this. There you go. That's ridiculous how cheap that is. Pop on this older VNL. To get some sleep. Yeah, so there's the previous gen VNL, which I believe that this is a heavy facelift model. So it's not an so this VNL and that VNL are completely different trucks. In fact, if you look, you can obviously that's a day cab, but you can tell that actually like the door's the same. So it is effectively like a heavy facelift of the old VNL, but that's only like the FH. Like the FH6 is effectively a heavily facelifted FH4, well FH5 and then FH4. So it's only like that. But you wouldn't. They did a good job. Like you can't. It's only because I'm a big sadder that I know. Put it like that. There we go. Right then. Now let's go back over. Pick up the trailer as well. need to repair the trailer. Place all. Like doing that. Beautiful. I'm going to just quickly look at a couple of things. I haven't looked, because I'm sure there's probably some couple of quick new mods. Oh, actually, let me just have a look at something. Obviously not going to go with any of these yet, but I just want to see if these look on VNL. That's cool. That's cool, guys. That's cool. Cold Fusion. That's funky. I like that. That looks cool. Not keen on that one though. That one I'm not so keen on. That does look cool though. That is very cool. But we're not doing that now. I'm just gonna have a quick look at the wheels as well though. While I see if there's anything. Oh guys! Oh, we get bigger tanks, which I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do that yet. I've just realised because I do want to I'm going to put a I'm not going to do it yet. I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to do it when we're at thingy. But so at the moment I've got the D15, the 500 D15 in. Yeah, so it's the X15 565 is the most powerful engine that I can get in the game at least. I don't know if that was the most powerful version of the engine that I could get, but yeah, it's going to get a Cummins. Just not yet. Not yet. We're going to keep with Volvo Power for now, but I will put that on the truck. Yeah, I will say as well, like this truck's getting that, but not all my Volvos will have Cummins. Like I will have Volvos with the D13s in. But this one's going to be a Cummins powered one. Yeah, it's cool. Any new cabin accessories? Not sure if there are. So the phone. Oh yeah. I'm not. Oh. I'm assuming that's because of the pack. That's pretty cool. Got football, disco ball, double plush cube, plush donut, basketball, red cube. I might go with the red cube because that's because it's a red truck. The single red cube kind of makes sense, so I'm going to go with that. I'm going to change that. Is there anything else I'm going to change? Mini stickers. Let's have a look. But obviously at some point, I think it's level 20, I'm going to have, is it 840? The 840 cab? Which I'll show in a minute. I'll show in a minute because there's some stuff that I can do. So, right guys, so yeah, that's the end of the journey. Now, as I always like to do, let's just have a look. Now, I think I will, because actually we're really quite close to Oregon. For the next journey, I think we're going to drive to... We'll either drive to Coos Bay and then Newport, and then we will drive to Portland. Now, I will say Portland is where I'm going to just check because I don't want to say it and I'm wrong. I don't know. Sorry, I'm really quite yes. So we've got the Western Star factory. Exciting. So what I think I'm going to do, firstly, I am going to do the same as what I've done in the, we're going to drive, I think what I'll probably do for this next one is we'll drive to Newport in the map or Coos Bay, and then from Newport we'll drive to Portland to the Western Star factory. Hopefully we can do a Western Star. In fact, I am going to just check something. There's no jobs to Western Start, which is fine, which is good. Happy with that. Happy with that. Okay, that's fine. Now, what I'm going to do just before we go off, guys, we're going to be coming off in a minute, but we're now going to do, because we haven't done any driving in the Mac, so that's what we're going to do next. So I'm going to select the Mac now, just so we're ready. Let's build the trailer as well. So, trailer manager, use, we're going to get some more money, guys. 700k now, because of that. I love this game. So we're going to quick travel to Eureka, because that's where we are as a company. We're in Eureka. And there we go. So I'm just going to go and park up over there. Annoyingly, it does mean it's going to be night time though again, and we're not going to see. We're going to have to do the same as what we did as far as. Photo, unfortunately, guys. It's a little bit unfortunate because I like to be able to see what I'm doing, but it is one of those things. So this is a picture I need to get, guys, because I love the W900. So turn the lights off. So these two trucks to get look together is really cool. Just get a slightly less, slightly lighter. Get a dawn pick. Love it. Right, and I'm going to just quickly look at what jobs are available as well, guys. Like, I'm not going to take anything yet. Obviously, I'm coming up soon, but I want to see where we're going to go into Oregon. Let's have a look. Seems nowhere, guys. We're not going anywhere into Oregon. Well, nowhere that I want to go anywhere. Okay, interesting. We might have to have a little bit of a. Let's see what there is in Reading. So we might have to and then go back. Seems there's a few jobs, so we might have to do like a little bit of a. We could do Eugene. So that's a possibility, that job at least. There's one for Coos Bay. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So that expires in 6 hours. And then how long does it take to get to We can do that. We can do that. Okay, guys, so that's what we will do next. Is the next job. If it was a bit closer, I'd probably do the drive now, so it's done. But it's going to take too long, and I really do need to come off now, unfortunately, guys. But, excuse me, that will be the next job. In fact, I will... No, I'm not going to select it, but yeah, that is the next job, guys. So the next time that we are on, we are going to be going to we're going to be going to Reading. So we're going to be going to Reading to get. Just want to quickly show you it, guys. So we're going to be going to Reading. Let's find it. Where was it? Where was it? Huh. Where's that gone? I'm sure there was. I'm a little bit confused, guys. I'm sure it was just there, wasn't it? Did I just did I gone? We could always do that one. It's not a huge problem, but I'm just like. Seems to have disappeared. In fact, to be fair, there doesn't seem to be many. Okay, well, regardless, I mean, there's that one that we can do. Or if that one reappears. Just a quick look, guys. Let's go. Okay. Well, when we come back on, we'll decide for it anyway, but we're definitely going to be going to. Okay, that's fine, guys. Either way, that's what we're doing. We're gonna go there. So that's it for in-game. The one last thing I just want to very, very quickly show you is because I just wanted to show. So is it called the? Yes, so the 860 cab. That's what we're going to do next. Obviously, she'll be a big beastie boy. And then. But that's it, guys. So that's the stream nearly over. The last thing I do just want to quickly do before we go, and I like doing this especially if I've spoken about it, is just show you guys the different Volvos and what we can expect to see. So quickly go on Volvo Trucks USA. So obviously you've seen my old or previous gen VNL. Well, this is the new one, the current one, which looks, I'm not going to lie, guys, I think that looks fantastic, especially in that green, that like turquoisey green, which I think you can get a version of, or there's a similar colour that Volvo do in Europe. And then the only part I believe that's shared with Volvo trucks in Europe and America, the steering wheel is exactly the same steering wheel you get in the FH. There's probably some other minor switchgear as well that's shared, but the majority is. I mean, look, that looks fantastic. That's a fantastic sleeper. Dash is completely different though. Like we have a free. I mean, I'll show you in a minute on the FH. And then the most powerful. Okay. Is it only to 500? Considering that there's... maybe I need to... Let's have a look, powertrain. Because we get the D... It's effectively the same engine that's in the European Volvos. We get the D13 as well. Yeah, oh, okay. I thought there was a more powerful version now as well. I thought there was like a 600 bhp version in America, but it seems there's only 500 now. I mean, which is, don't get me wrong, I mean, still a chunk of power, but for some reason I'm sure I saw a bigger version. Maybe not. Maybe not. There's the D11 as well, which I'm assuming is in the smaller. Oh, well, there it goes on that, so maybe not. Yeah, click on D11, it just takes you to that. So maybe not. Okay. I mean, you'll see what I mean when I say there's trucks in Europe more power. But then this is the new VNR, which again I'll show you in a minute. But again, like Volvo with the FH and the FM, they're very similar. It looks very similar, but it's obviously smaller. You can get it as a rigid unit, whereas the VNL, as far as I'm aware, you can only get as a tractor unit. But very, very similar. Smaller cab, obviously, but still, I mean, good. But obviously a little bit smaller. Yeah, look, less power available. But still a good size, yeah, because look, you got the tractor, the chassis cab version. But yeah, look forward to seeing hopefully both trucks in ETS2, and I hope we get the FM in. Sorry, look forward to seeing the ATS. But what I was trying to say is, we've obviously got the. I hope we get the FM as well in ETS, because I'll quickly just show you now. So Volvo Trucks. So now this will be this is the UK website, which is what I wanted. So the FH16 and FH16 Aero are the equivalents to the VNL. So this is the XXL cab with the Aero front, so it's more aerodynamic. Completely different looking to the VNL, of course. Just doesn't look anything like it, apart from the Volvo badge. That's the only way you would know it's the same brand. To be honest, looks completely different. Obviously being a cab over, but it doesn't even look. They don't even look. You know, they look completely different. But obviously you can see the different cabs. All sleeper cabs on this, but you've got the XXL cab, which is the biggest version. I'm just trying to find an interior picture, like a proper interior picture to show. But I mean, the big difference is obviously they get the D. Well, no, tell a lie. FH16 is D17, so that's the 600, 700, 780 HP. So you can see it's a lot more power than the VNL. Even though the VNL looks like it would be more powerful, like it would have the bigger engines, but it's not. I can't find, and I found this with the European websites. There's never really like a proper interior picture. Like I just want an interior picture, which I can't. Like maybe if I click on this, can't believe it. Lots of, yeah, it's like there's loads of like. Oh, hang on. Oh, okay. Actually, to be fair, I'll click on here. There's different bits. Oh, look. Volvo car, Volvo truck, even though they're actually separate companies now. I don't know if anyone knows that. The Volvo Group is the original Volvo, for want of a better word, and then Volvo Cars is owned by Geely. Chinese company that also own Lotus and various other. There we go. There's the interior. Various of it. So you can see completely different cab. Like not even. I mean, obviously the sleeper itself is completely different, but then the dash is similar design. I guess it's like Volvo do seem to keep this sort of like, I don't know what you call it, like driver orientated. I know a lot of trucks do, but they do share that. And obviously I just mentioned the steering wheel, but that's it. Other than that, they're completely different. Oh, and the new VNL does have the camera system as well. The camera mirrors like the FH has as well. So that's the FH16 Aero. There is also the FH16, which is the non-aero version of the truck. So it's the same truck, it's just got a different front end, slightly less streamlined, so it's more, I guess you'd argue this is probably more for sort of, like the Aero's more for like your general, like hauling, like but they want fuel efficiency, you're going to be at a higher speed, whereas I guess the FH16 is for people who want maybe a more traditional looking cab over, but there maybe it's where like aerodynamics aren't important, like a heavy load like that. And then you've got the FH Aero, which then that's probably close to what the VNL is, in the sense of you get the D13 with similar horsepower outputs to the VNL. So 420, a bit more powerful though, even so you get 540 version. But if I go to engines, yeah, D13 with iSave, which is obviously exactly the same as what the VNL gets, but there's not as much power, which yeah, the European version has got a more powerful version of the engine. Which I wasn't expecting. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, I wasn't expecting. I knew that obviously the FH16 was more powerful, but I didn't realise that even the sort of normal version was more powerful. So we get a little bit more power out of our D13 versus the American one. And then the equivalent to the VNR is this, the FM, which you can get it's very similarly sort of tailored to the VNR, in the fact that you can get it as a rigid, you can get it as like a dump truck, you can get it as a low cab, a non-sleeper cab, normal. You can also get it as crew cab for fire engines. You can get a day cab and a low day cab, and obviously have it as a tractor unit or a rigid. Although you can do that, although I will say, just for a little bit of confusion, you can have the FH as a rigid as well. You don't have to have it as a tractor unit like in America. But you know, they're different trucks, different markets, but you can sort of see there are some similarities. Obviously get electric versions as well, although obviously I know, again, in America you can get the VNR electric, although it is the previous shape VNR, but I imagine the same powertrain as the European electrics. But then I was very quickly saying there's a couple of cool looking trucks. So you've got the VNX, which is like the FMX, which we get, which is the specifically construction truck. So effectively, that's they're very similar in what they do, I guess. You know, that's built for construction. The FMX is built for construction as well. So that's pretty cool. They're pretty similar. And then there's also the VHD, which I think is that just a dump truck as a rigid. I think it is, but it looks cool. Looks really cool. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it is. See, that'd be cool if they put that in game though. That's such a cool looking truck. But again, that's the FMX. Is like our equivalent to that. There's not really like an equivalent to that, but that's, you know, its own thing. And then there's the VAH, which is a car hauler. specifically, but it looks like it's based on the cab, at least, is based on the VHD. So yeah, so some cool differences, some cool trucks. So I just wanted to quickly end the stream on that stuff. Just very quickly as well, we also get the FL, which is and the FE. I think the FE is so the FE is like an electric truck, electric only. And then there's the FL, which you can get as a diesel or electric. Although they're pushing seems to be they're pushing the electric version a bit more these days. But that's like a really small truck. That's like I suppose the equivalent in weirdly in America would be sort of like a Ram or like an F250 or an F350 or something would be the equivalent. And like I said, the FE is purely electric, and then obviously I've shown you the FM, but there is an electric only version of the FM, which is the sorry, I meant to click the FM low entry, which is the only that truck you can only get as electric, and that's more of like for cities like London where they require better visibility for the drivers, but also mainly for as you can see, like bin lorries or garbage trucks, as you call them in America. But yeah, guys, I'm going to end the stream there, instead of like yapping on anymore. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I've had a lot of fun. Next stream, like I say, I want to work to maybe a point where maybe I can schedule my streams, but to be honest with you, it's easy for me if I just jump on. Obviously, if I schedule, hopefully I'd like to think that more people might join, but it's easy for me just to jump on when I can. So the next stream will likely be, there's a slim chance I could do one on Thursday, but it's likely going to be Friday / the weekend, but we'll see. But like I say, I want to try and do 2 streams a week at least. That's ideally where I want to be. So yeah, so that's where I want to be. Hi there, Cynthia. Yeah, cool. I'll look you up and find you on. I'll find you. Yeah, I'll have a look. Nice. Thank you for the nice comments. You've come right. You've jumped on right at the end of my stream. I'm ending the stream now, as I've got boring stuff to do now before work. But thank you very much for commenting and viewing. And yeah, definitely, it'd be cool. So yeah, I'll definitely look you up. But thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking me out. Please follow me. Please watch my videos. I am going to start trying to upload them to YouTube as well. Eventually, like I'm new to this. I'm still, still a bit not probably the best, but I'm enjoying it, and that's the main thing. But yeah, cheers once again, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe and keep trucking. I'll see you on the next one, guys. See you later. Bye bye.